sitting here. I have a pen and I have a paper, and I have been trying to write down my thoughts of what I've wanted to say, and I did not know what, but I'm good with talking, telling my stories. I've just been thinking about my testimony, and you know, a lot of people's testimony based on going out, doing drugs, getting out into the world, and getting back into church and finding God again. And mine's a little bit different. So I struggled with confidence issues, and I still do to this day. And it's a part of our flesh. It's something that us as women, we struggle with. Sometimes guys struggle with it too, but women, they have a big struggle with it. Feeling best about themselves, you know? So, in high school, some of you may know this, some of you may not. I struggle with, I was dyslexic, and I was put into a special class for my disability that helped me with my reading and everything. And then on the other hand, on that, I wasn't only in a special class, so people looked at me weird because of that. I was Pentecostal. I am Pentecostal. And so I wore skirts and I dressed different than everybody else. And on the other side of that, I'm not a perfect size 2, okay? So it's not only that I struggled with reading and I was Pentecostal, I'm a bigger girl, okay? I'm curvy, okay? So I see myself there, and I'm not perfect whatsoever. And so I stuck out like a sore thumb. I'm this curvy girl with skirts on that goes to weird classes. And so that put me down. That made my confidence level go way under the level that it was. So there was all of this going on. But the one place where I always felt like I could be myself is the house of God. No matter what was going on, I felt like in the church, nobody sees me for the girl that goes to the disability class. No one sees me for the girl that sticks out like a sore thumb. Everybody just sees me for me. But still then, I felt like if people noticed I had a reading disability, if people noticed that, they still looked at me weird, even if I was in church. But even though that was my place where I could be 100% myself. So, I still felt down about myself. I still put myself down. I said to myself over and over, you can't be used by God. Why would people want to use you when it's hard for you to read one chapter in this good book? It's hard for you to get a few words out of this, no longer teach a whole lesson. And I told myself that. I had a heart for ministry, though. I had a heart for doing what God wanted me to do. And so I did a year in Indiana Bible College, which was the best year of my life, and I wanted to do more, but certain circumstances caused that to end, and that chapter of my life ended. And there I was again. I found a purpose, and then that purpose got taken out of my life. I thought I knew what God's plan was, and that got taken. And so here I am. I'm feeling purposeless again. Feeling like, God, you can't use me. That's probably why I'm not going back to IBC, because you would never use a girl that looks like me. And then I started praying and praying about the situation and asking God to help me through it. That was around the time I started dating. And that guy, he brought me confidence. He told me I was beautiful. He told me that I had a calling, a better calling. And even though it wasn't God's will, when that did end up ending, there I was again, feeling purposeless, feeling like I did not matter. And so I was feeling purposeless, still feeling not where I needed to be. It really brought my confidence down. Before that relationship ended, his mom had a conversation with me. And she told me a bunch of things. Made me feel really down about myself. She told me that I wasn't good enough. She didn't think I was ministry minded. She didn't think that I would ever be good enough for her son, that I didn't have the qualities she thought he needed in a woman. And she just went on and on about things. And it brought me down. I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. Shortly after that, our relationship ended. And I felt that loneliness again. I felt that emptiness. And I did not know what to do with it. I'm not saying this to put their family down or anything. But every time that I'm feeling less confident in myself, her conversation pops in my head. I say, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I will never live up to the expectations. But y'all, I've come to realize that those words were not God. Nothing to do with God. Something that makes you feel less than is not of God. Because you are glorious. You are amazing. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And so I had to really, really pray and ask God to bring back my confidence. That I don't need to feel that way just because of a guy tells me. You don't need to feel beautiful because a guy told you it. You need to feel beautiful because you are a child of God. And so I had to keep on telling myself that. Keep on feeding from the word, feeding from this, because this will get you through, ladies. Guys will not. Boys come and go, and then when you are rejoiceful of yourself, when you, I don't know if that's a word, but when you start actually getting confident in yourself, instead of putting your confidence in a man, when you get your confidence from God, girls, you gonna go places. And what that woman said to me should not have brought me down. But it does. And still today, when I'm feeling less confident in myself, her words come into my mind. But it's just the devil. And I don't know if this is going to help anyone. I don't know if this and I don't want self-pity or anything out of this, but I want to help women feel that beautifulness that they're supposed to feel. That you're not feeling beautiful because of man words, but from the word of God. God said you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And it's true. Study the word. Get your mindset on God and what you need to do. Get your confidence back. So, on the end of this, I just want to say, that you don't need to find your confidence in man-made things. You don't need to find your self-worth in people. We find our self-worth through God. And so if you haven't got anything out of this, I want you to get that your self-worth is in God. It's not in a person, place, or thing. It's in Jesus. And so, hope this blessed you. God bless.